I go from this to this. So the first thing I do is use my Smashbox Photo Finish Color Correcting Primer. This is a green primer that reacts to my skin, so it reduces the redness in my skin, and I just apply that all over my face. Then I go ahead and use my Makeup Forever foundation, HD foundation, and I apply that all over my face. Then I go ahead and grab the two brushes I use, MAC 190 and then a MAC 187 SE. It's a special edition brush, but all they are a flat foundation brush and a stippling brush. I use my flat foundation brush first, and I spread the foundation across my face, and I'm just worrying about applying the foundation all over and just kind of making sure that I'm covering all my bases here. And then I go ahead and take my other brush to blend it out a little bit more. So as you can see here, all my foundation is on and applied, but it might be a little bit streaky, so I use a stippling brush to kind of blend it out. Oh, phone call. Sorry about that. So I'm just blending out my foundation so it looks a little bit more natural. Then I use my MAC Studio Fix powder, which I've been using forever, and I just use the puff that is in it, the little sponge. Then I use my Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray because I have super oily skin and I find that this works really well. Moving on to eyes, I use my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Sin, and this is just kind of a gold base that I can use for my eyeshadows. This makes my eyeshadows stick. Like I said, I have oily skin, which comes with oily eyelids, and I just apply this with the little wand it comes with and then blend it out with my fingers. This just allows for kind of a shimmery gold base that my eyeshadows can stick to, and I just go ahead and do that to both eyes. Still loving Urban Decay, using my Naked 2 palette, I start with the color Booty Call, and this is kind of a light shimmery pink color, and I use a flat shader brush and apply this to basically the inner half of my eye. I try and say that I'd only use the third, but it kind of creeps over to be like one whole half of my eye, and I am really into like light shimmery shades, so I love doing this. The next shade that I use is Suspect, which is kind of a darker gold taupey kind of color. All of the Naked 2 palette colors are really natural and look really great paired together, so these are the two colors that I use. I apply this to the outer half of my eye, maybe outer third, you know, fractions, they're tough, so I go ahead and apply that. I then take Busted, which is a dark brown color, and I find that to get the darkest brown, I actually don't tap off the excess, so I grab myself a tissue and I just have at it. I literally have all this fallout and just like go at it, because when I dust it off, it's not as dark as I'd like it to. Then I blend it all out. Finally, I use Foxy as my highlight for my brow bone, just to kind of blend things out. For my inner corner, I use the color Verve, which is like a really silvery, pretty color, and just apply those to the inner corner of my eyes. I'm using the Eyeko Skinny Liquid Eyeliner to line the upper lash line, and I really like this. It is a felt liner, but I don't find that it tugs at my lash line. That's what drives me the most like insane, and it ends up not looking very good. So I kind of start in the middle, work myself out, and then I work myself in, because eyeliner is tricky and you can mess up super easily, especially when you're filming. So I just kind of work my way towards the outside and then towards the inside. I have been loving this mascara. It's the Big Eyes mascara from Maybelline, and it has like an upper lashes side and a lower lashes side. I think it's from Falsies, and it's called Big Eyes. Did I say that? I think I did. But anyway, I use the upper lashes, part 2, of course, coat my upper lashes. And for me, I have blonde eyelashes, and I've done videos about blonde eyelashes, so I spend a lot of time getting all of those lashes up on the upper lash line, or upper lashes, and then I move down to my lower lashes. Am I making any sense? I'm so sorry. This is kind of embarrassing. So I spend a lot of time trying to get my eyelashes black because they're so blonde. Then I use the lower lashes wand to grab my lower lashes, and I think that this defines them well. Finally, I actually fill in my eyebrows later because sometimes I decide not to fill in my eyebrows just because I find that I'm okay with having blonde eyebrows, but depending on my makeup look, I will just kind of lightly fill them in so that they're a little bit more noticeable. Then I take a little spoolie and I kind of just distribute that throughout my eyebrows so that they are more even on both sides and look great that way, and they're groomed and not everywhere. I then use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I use that to kind of contour a little bit. Sorry for my boyfriend in the background. He's like putting away clothes and all that stuff, but I don't care. I'm still doing my makeup. So I go ahead and use this to kind of define my cheekbones, and I use it a little bit on my temples and on my jawline to just kind of create a tiny bit of contour. I am not good at contouring. I have admitted that. So I just do this to kind of contour as well as I can. And then I move on to blush, and Pinch Me from MAC is one of my favorite winter or fall like darker blushes, and I use that on the apples of my cheeks, and then I kind of blend it out a little bit because I don't want it to be too terribly dark, so that is what I do. Moving on to my lips, I'm using the Berry Rose color from Rimmel London. This is a lipstick that is, of course, a berry color, and obviously this is not every day. The eyes and the face pretty much every day, but the lips are kind of like more special if I'm going somewhere and want to be a little bit more fancy. So I just go ahead and messily kind of put the lipstick on, rub it together, and then I use my fingers and just kind of make it a little better. Then I use the Believe lip gloss from Stila, and I apply that on top, and I think that the color match from the lipstick to the lip gloss works really well, and I'm okay with wearing this kind of lip color. I don't look good with dark lips, but I think that this actually works really well. So I spent a long time kind of perfecting this so that my lips are a little bit more defined and they kind of complement the eyes but don't distract. And that is the end of the look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye, friends.